Hello everybody, my name is Byrnage and this is my review for Fantasy Zone 2, The Tears of Opa-Opa for Sega Master System. Opa-Opa being the weird living spaceship with legs that you play as. Just a heads up, I'm going to compare this game to the first one a lot. Fantasy Zone 2 is a lot like the first one. Each map loops around in a circle and you fly around destroying all the bases, picking up money as you go so you can buy power-ups from the shop. One difference I noticed almost immediately is that you move much slower in this game. Money will often disappear before you can slow crawl your way to it. Having a speed power-up at all times feels almost mandatory in this game. Another big difference is that before there was only one screen. In this game there are portals behind some of the bases that will take you to more screens, and it becomes kind of a maze of portals trying to find your way around. It can be a little annoying, but honestly it adds a little more depth, so I say it's a win. The shops in this game are also in a specific spot, and they just stay there, which is a huge improvement. Now you can actually buy power-ups right before you head to a boss. This allowed developers to get a little more creative with the bosses, making some designed to be weak to certain weapons. All of the old power-ups are still in the game, with some added new ones. I'm not gonna go over all of the old ones. Just know that the wide beam and smart bomb still suck, and the heavy bomb is still insanely OP. The new weapons are Big Shot, which is pretty much the same as your base weapon, but hits twice as hard and it's infinite. I'm so glad the game added an infinite use weapon, and it was my go-to choice throughout the game. There is a 3-way shot, which is just like 7-way shot, but less, and it's cheaper. Fireball is a weapon that feels like the heavy bomb, but in gun form. This thing hits really hard, often two-shotting bosses, but you can't shoot it very many times. There is one new engine, which I really liked because it's faster than the big wings and slower than the jet engine. In the first game I usually just went with wings because jet was a little too fast, but wings wasn't quite fast enough, so adding one between feels perfect. With the way you move slower in this game though, the jet engine is actually a pretty manageable speed. There are two new bombs, the Big Bomb and the Twin Big Bomb. The Big Bomb deals double damage of a normal bomb. I don't really get why there is a Big Bomb and Twin Bombs because they're basically the same. The Twin Big Bomb, however, is just double the damage output, so I 100% approve of this addition. One thing you may or may not notice is that you have a life bar in this game. In the first Fantasy Zone, everything killed you in hit. In this one, you will still die in a hit from contact with a starting health bar, but you can take 2 bullets. There's also a way to extend your max health. There are hidden power-ups and hidden shops. It feels almost required to find at least one of these if you want to beat the game, because the power-ups from them are insane. You can increase your max health, refill your life bar, get a continue, get a shield, and then there's a full auto cannon, which is basically a turbo button for your weapon, but it goes away on death. If you read the manual, you'll find out that there is a hidden shop on levels 3, 5, and 6, but from there, finding it is up to you. Hidden power-ups and shops will need to be shot a good amount of times before they appear. When shooting one of these things, your bullets will disappear in midair and make a sound like you're hitting something, and you just keep shooting in that spot until something appears. Once found, the secret shop will stay visible until you leave the level. The layout of levels is exactly the same as before, with 8 total levels. Each of the first 7 ending in a boss, and the 8th just being a boss rush with a big endgame boss after that. And that's all there is to it. So what do I think of this game? The base movement speed just sucks. I don't know why they did this. If you die past level 4 and you haven't found a shop on the level yet to get a new speed power-up, you just lose. Enemies move too fast at this point and your ship is just so slow. I like the hidden shop idea, but finding at least one shop felt mandatory to increase your health because there are no health upgrades that aren't hidden. And then if you found all the hidden shops, it felt like it trivialized the game. Once I had a huge health bar, a shield, double damage weapon with a turbo shot, and double big bombs, I was just tearing through everything. The 7th world boss sucks though. I honestly think it's harder than the final boss, and you have to fight it twice. All the bosses in the boss rush are also faster and harder, so the second time it's even worse. Even with my full OP equipment setup, it was hard. It felt like I needed Fireball to handle the boss in boss rush, which meant I had to die. Not that I ever did it on purpose, I just literally could not beat him otherwise. I hated this boss, and it alone will probably be why I don't play this game again in the future. Overall, the first Fantasy Zone was a lot more balanced and consistent, and I liked that a lot. The second game added a bunch of new features that were fun, but it also unbalanced the game, making it less fun at times and more fun at others. If you're a fan of the first Fantasy Zone, I definitely recommend this game. There are definitely people that will like it more and people that like it less. I would appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, my next video might be titled The Tears of Byrnage, and it will just be me crying on camera for 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.